the top of the Empire State Building.
Z100, New York.
So in studio right now, we have an upcoming artist who has a brand new song, Make My Heart Go. He's on Spotify. He's on iHeartRadio. Ethan Sack, what's up, man?
What's up?
Dude, welcome to New York City.
Thank you. It's my first time, actually.
Oh, really? You've never been to New York?
Never been to New York. Never been to New York.
Did you just get here today, or?
We got here last night.
Okay, cool. Have you done any exploring yet?
A little bit.
A little bit.
Just
you do like the
bit.
touristy stuff, like just walking around like Times Square and stuff?
No, I actually haven't been to Times Square yet. It's been the exact opposite. We have a
Okay.
good friend who's, native here, and he just took us to all the nice spots.
Nice.
I went into the hotel room because I had to get some rest.
Yeah.
They went out to bars last night.
Okay,
It was
okay.
a lot of fun.
Dude,
though.
New York, I mean, the bars are open till like 4 a.m. It's just like, it's so different than
It
like
is.
anywhere else.
It is. It's nothing like Alabama, I'll say that
Yeah,
much.
which you're from. You're from the Shoals,
Yeah.
Shoals, which is like, I've driven through there before because like I used to live in Mississippi.
Oh, okay.
So I've driven through there and it's pretty dope. Like it's a small little town, like small little area.
Yeah.
But it is like almost like Music City. Like I mean, that's the Muscle Shoals area. It's just
Yeah.
music. I think didn't like Elvis do something there? Maybe. There's been so many.
I
but, like,
know Alabama Shakes have
Yeah.
Chris Stapleton, Aretha Franklin.
I think Carrie
trying to-
Underwood.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
a bunch of different people.
Ethan Sack.
That dude.
Yeah.
No, no. It's great though because the school that I go to, that
Okay.
I've been going, the public high school in Florence, which is the city right next to it,
Okay.
which is where I live. They have an entire in-school studio,
Oh.
and it's fantastic for recording demos, anything that I want. While I was going to school, I switched over to virtual this past year, but it was wonderful while I was there.
Yeah.
I love it.
Totally. So you're from there. How did you kind of get started in music? I mean, obviously it's such a music city, so like I feel like everybody there is probably into it, right?
Yeah,
But-
a man by the name of Gary Baker.
Okay.
He produced the Backstreet Boys back in the 90s, and he has his own little studio there called Noise Block. And when I was 14 years old, I'd only been writing for about a year, but I wanted to get a computer. So I was like, hey, Dad, I want a computer. And he didn't know if he should get me one or not, spend that type of money.
Sure.
So he had been doing business with Gary Baker's son, just, talking with him. So he called in a favor and was like, hey, could you tell me if I should get my son a computer?
Mhm.
And then I went in and I showed him a song when I was 14 and he signed me,
Oh my God.
4 months later.
That's all it took.
So it was wonderful, but that was kind of my in.
That's awesome. So
Yeah.
you've been kind of like performing, or at least like playing music for a while. Like, did you like kind of grow up like playing instruments and stuff? Or
5 years old is when I started piano, and I was doing recitals when I was 6.
nice,
you know.
nice, very cool. So you
I was
kind of
into
like you've grown up into it, and
Oh, yeah.
now you got this going on. Very cool. I saw your voice, by the way, is like it's very pleasing to listen to.
Well, thank you.
I mean, which is good. Like you should have a pleasing voice, But like I don't know. I was walking around the city yesterday, and I was like listening to some of your covers, like Young Blood, and In My Blood,
Yeah.
and Friends and stuff. I'm like, I like this voice. Like just kind of like walking around and just just having it on.
Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah. It's just like I don't know. It's peaceful. It's a nice voice.
It helps when I'm doing the more artistic stuff.
Yeah.
On my own, I'll be cutting demos, and it's wonderful because when I want to do like background vocals, I can, tap into that real kind of light and very soft way of singing.
Yeah.
And it just makes for these epic vocals.
Yeah.
And I love it, man.
Who are some of your like idols when it comes down to music?
My idols would be Bon Iver.
Okay.
Justin Vernon from Bon Iver. His writing and his production is impeccable. He's my favorite band. Jack Garrott is my favorite artist.
Okay.
His music is so tasteful. And yeah, I went through a 21 Pilots phase.
Yeah, of course.
Of
You
course,
kind of
who
have to
didn't?
though.
Yeah. I love Hosier, Sunlux, Gem Club.
Very
Those
cool.
guys. I mean, it's a wider range, but more on the alternative side.
Gotcha. So what would you, for people who've never heard you, like what would you describe your music as? Is it just like a wide mix of,
Mainstream alternative,
Okay.
I guess. Kind of a little bit of contemporary.
Yeah.
Very thought out lyrics sang in a very easy to listen to way.
Okay.
So
Cool. There we go. You're pitching your own. There you go. Like your own salesman.
no, I take pride in my music.
Awesome.
I've worked. I worked very hard on it.
Yeah.
I have, and it truly is me. You
Yeah.
know, it's not. I wrote a little song, and they put a producer with
Yeah.
me, and we just kind of, they were like, "Hey, sing this."
Yeah.
This was all from in my head.
That's awesome. And that's like, I feel like that's how music is nowadays, or at least that's where it's going. Is
Yeah.
everybody wants like real emotions, real feelings now. It's all about like realness. It's not all like going to a club and like, whatever. Like, yeah, it's not. Although sometimes that's fun to listen to.
That's yeah.
I like the but especially here on the Jersey Shore, right over here.
Of course.
Oh my God. But like everybody wants substance now,
Yeah.
and that's kind of like, that's awesome to hear that, you're creating substance and being able to do that.
Yeah.
Your single "Make My Heart Go," there's substance in that.
Yeah.
It sounds good.
I mean,
And-
I'm pretty sure on Spotify, Khalid is the second artist in the world right now, and
Oh.
it's just because he just has that emotion, man.
Yeah.
It's fantastic.
he just kind of lets it all out, and people
It
kind of
is.
relate.
It's
It's
great.
all relatable.
Yeah.
Relatability and stuff.
I love
So
it.
so you're on tour right now.
At the moment,
You're kind of going all over the place.
I got a show tonight.
Yeah. Pianos?
Pianos.
Pianos. Yeah. Very cool. And have you been able to, like, do you travel normally? I mean, or is it kind of, this is like your first time really kind of going around?
I haven't traveled around the U.S. that
Okay.
much. But I went to Panama twice over the summer. And my dad and I would go to a foreign country for a month.
Okay.
Just us. And it was usually Spanish speaking because, he wanted me to learn Spanish. I never really fully got all of it,
Yeah.
but I enjoyed the cultures. I learned a lot about that. And we've been to Panama, Uruguay, Argentina, Spain,
Nice.
Cuba. I think we made a stop in,
Nice.
Portugal. I love these places.
Nice. That's awesome. Well, you come to the right place then, because there's a lot of Spanish-speaking people in
I've
New York
noticed.
City. So
Noticed.
cool. Yeah, dude, there's so many places you got to check out while you're, how long are you guys in town?
We leave tomorrow morning.
Oh, crap. All right. Well, you can't really do New York in a day, but do as much as you can.
We'll be
You know,
back.
you
We'll
gotta
be
get-
back.
you
I
gotta
love
do,
the city, man.
Yo, while you're here, you got to get everybody, it's always like New York pizza,
Yeah.
but it's like the 99-cent pizza where
We've seen it everywhere. What
it's-
is the deal with that?
I mean, I'm vegan, so I don't eat it. I'm
Yeah.
one of those people. Yeah, and I'm vegan, so I have to tell you I'm vegan. I feel
Ugh.
like that's like a vegan thing. Yeah, but that's like the New York thing. Everybody buys like these 99-cent big slices of pizza, and then you're supposed to fold it like a taco,
yeah.
and you just eat it and let the gooey stuff drip off of you. That's New York for
I'll
you.
try it out.
Yeah. Well,
I'll-
I mean, I lived in Mississippi. You guys, like, the South has some interesting food. Okay. Boudin. I don't know if that's like, is that an Alabama thing too? Boudin's weird, dude. It's like meat. It's like meat, and like they stuff it into like a pig's intestines.
So far, you have
Yeah.
So far, you have not had a country accent at all.
No.
But as soon as you said that,
Boudin.
Boudin.
Boudin, y'all. Yo, it was bizarre, but grits are amazing. You know,
Oh,
you will not find good grits up here though.
no,
I'll be honest.
No, grits are a southern thing, man.
Yeah. Nothing, I will say though, nothing tops.
Biscuits and gravy.
Yeah, there we go. But nothing tops Waffle House grits at 4 o'clock in the morning.
Nothing beats Waffle House hash browns at 4 o'clock in the morning.
The best.
The best.
Yeah.
The best. You can't have it for another 2 weeks
No.
because it'll make you sick the
Absolutely.
next day. But it's the best food
Yes.
you'll ever have.
Oh my God. And it's even better when, after a long night, you got nothing in you,
Oh
just
my-
soak it all in.
Yes. 2:30 in the morning, you're like wet for no reason.
Yeah.
It's not raining outside. You're
Yeah.
just soaked.
Yeah.
And
You
you,
don't even
just
know
walk
why.
inside shivering
Yeah.
like, I just need a waffle, please.
Yeah. There's no Waffle Houses up here either.
Oh,
Which-
come on.
People like up here don't know, like Waffle
The
House, for those that don't
luxury.
know, it's like Denny's, but with a lot of stains on the wall.
Oh my
Like
God.
the best place.
That's
like,
so accurate.
yeah, that's kind of what it is.
But a little bit more homey. It's
A little bit.
for me, I feel like it's a little bit more. No, nothing gets more aesthetic than Denny's.
Yeah.
But Waffle House is like the spot.
Yeah.
man. It's just
The best
love
thing,
it. It's
they
the
need to
best.
like,
It's the best.
sometimes though, like I wonder if it's ever happened where like the W went out on the light and it just spelled Awful House. I wonder if that's ever happened. Like,
I hope so.
Yeah.
You know,
Fingers crossed. That would be good. That would go viral. Just that photo alone.
It
Totally.
would. It's wonderful.
Absolutely. But cool. Well, you gotta try New York food when you're here. All that stuff. Pianos, you're gonna be performing there tonight.
Yeah.
Which should be dope. And just check out Ethan Sack on all streaming platforms. He's dope. Great to have you. Great to have you here, man.
From the top of the Empire State Building.